Hello everybody, this is Naomi doing my 30-day challenge. Today is day 30. Tomorrow I'm going to have a surprise video coming. So kind of keep your eyes and ears looking for it. I've been playing with trying to make folders or envelopes. And just been playing with them. Started out with one size and gradually worked my way down to a smaller size. So I've got the measurements for it, and the first one we're going to start out with a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and we're going to score it. And I put the arrows because a lot of people get things a little confusing on which end to score, which one not to score. But you score it long ways at 3 and 8, which is 3 here and 8 here. And then you'll turn it this way, and you're going to score it this way at 1 and 7.5. And we'll be doing that in a few minutes. I've already got it scored out, but I'll show you how I've made the tabs here, and they fold over perfectly and make a decent sized little envelope. And then we have a second one, which is half of this sheet. So it makes it a 5.5 by 8. And on the 8 side, you're going to score it at 2.5 and 6 1/8. And then on the 5.5 this way, you're going to score it at 1/2 and 5. There's that one, and then we have this little tiny one. Isn't it neat? Almost, let's see, not quite big enough that you can put an ATC card in. It's a little bit smaller, and then it's half of this one. So now it's 4 5/16 by 5.5. So on the 5.5 side, you're going to score it at 1/4 and 4. Then you're going to turn it to the 4 5/16 and score it at 1/2 and 3 5/16. So I'm going to show you these. We're going to start with the big one. And like I said, you score it. I'll bring it back out here. You score it at 3, which is here. Let me get my scoreboard. I keep it in a drawer because it's so big and bulky. So, here it is. I'm going to set it up to where everybody can see it. Okay, so you set it like so. You come over and you find 3. And you score it here. Come down here to 8 and score it here. Then you'll turn it to the 8 side. And then you're going to score it at 1 and 7.5. Okay. So there's that part. Now you're going to come back and cut on this side of the line of your score line. Just don't have to be perfect. I do it all 4 rounds. And if you're a little high, you're not going to hurt nothing. But I cut it all the way around on all 4s first. And just to your score line. Don't go past your score line here. So, you cut it like this. Just like this. And then just come in and cut to where you cut You don't have to be direct on that. Don't have to be perfect angle. Just you want it to, just like that. Now you come up and you fold in your paper, just like so. And there's your envelope. Just that easy. Now whenever you glue it, I mean, what I've learned, if you want to put something in it that's a little thicker, okay? You want to put something in it that's a little thicker than a regular card, or, you know, where it's got a little, just a little bit of thickness. Take and push it like this, then glue it down. Let me show you. Okay, just leave it bowed just a little, like this. And then just come back, put a little bit of glue around the edges of your tab here. And you're going to push down like so, give it a little room on both sides, and fold in. And what this does, it makes it so you can put something in it that's a little thicker. See what I'm saying? And then whenever you get to the top, you just do the same. But it gives you room to where you can put something a little bit thicker in it and it not mess up your envelope. So there's one way of doing that. So now we're going to move to the medium size one. Back here. Let me get my school board. Because there's people all the time, you know, questioning, you know, how to make this and how to make that. So on this one, this is the 5.5 by 8. You're going on the 8th side, which is here. You're going to score it at 2.5, and then 6 1/8, which is here. Then you're going to turn it to the 5.5 side here, and you're going to score it at 1/2 and 5. Then you're going to do the same thing that you did to the last one. Just cut it down the side to the line there. Same here, just don't have to be perfect. And then just come back in and toenail in your cut, just like so. Oops, I didn't go all the way up. There we go. And then you just fold over your paper, just like so, just like so, and there's your envelope. And if you would like to make a pocket out of it, just leave this here. Go ahead and cut off. You wouldn't even have to score, to be honest. just score your one in, leave the top the way that it was, and it would make just a pocket. So, I mean, this works in both ways. You can turn it into a pocket, or you can, and if you would prefer, you know, a nicer edge here, you can still fold that down, just, and it gives you a nice edge here. This would be the side that you would glue down to make your pocket. So this can be used as a pocket or an envelope. So there's that one. Now we'll do the little bitty tiny one, which is this one. And the measurements again for this one is 4 and 5/16 and 5 1/2. 5 1/2 is this way. So we're going to score at 1 1/2 and at 4. Excuse me, 4. Then you're going to turn it this way and score at 1/2 and 3 5/16 here. So it's the same. So, and then the process is just the same. You cut it down to your score mark on both ends. Just like so. Just like so. Come back. Just like so. Just like so. Just like so. And then you fold in your, just like so. There's your envelope or pocket. So I hope this gives everybody the, and this is just straight up for the 8 1/2 by 11 piece of paper. And all I did was take that 8 1/2 by 11 and split it in half. And then whenever it turned into the 5 1/2 by 8, I split it down the middle again, which came up with this size, which is a 4 5/16 by 5 1/2. So I hope this helps somebody else that has had issues trying to learn how to make an envelope, that would like to make envelopes. And like I showed you how you can make it to where if whatever you made, it's a little thicker, where you can bunch it up just a little bit and give it some space so it'll still fit in. Because so many things, you make a card and you put any kind of embellishments on it, they don't want to fit in the envelopes. So I kept like, I gotta figure out a way to make an envelope that I can put things in that have embellishments on. So I worked and I worked and I worked and I come up with this. So I hope this helps somebody else out. And like I said, be watching for tomorrow, because I have a special video coming up. And might be, you know, you might be interested in what's going on tomorrow. So if you like my video, hit the like and subscribe. Help me keep crafting and help me keep growing. And I have had a very fun time doing this 30-day challenge. And I didn't realize it at the time whenever I made this challenge that there was 31. So that's kind of why I am, I'm trying to come up with something a little special for tomorrow, since it is actually 31 days instead of 30. So y'all have a blessed day, and thank you for watching and following and your support.